What's good, YouTube? It's your boy P Money. Let's talk about it, man. Blazers get a 127-120 victory over the Phoenix Suns tonight at the Moda Center. Let's go over all the team stats. For the Suns, they shoot 43 out of 103 for 42% from the field. They go 9 of 27 for 33% from three-point land. They go 25 of 29 for 86% from the free throw line. Of their 43 made baskets, they get 27 assists. They pull down 43 rebounds, 13 of those offensive. They get 7 steals, 5 blocks, and have only 8 turnovers. For the Blazers, they shoot 43 of 86 for 50% from the field. They go 13 of 29 for 45% from three-point land. They go 28 for 36 for 79% from free throw line. Of their 43 made baskets, they only have 19 assists. They pull down 52 rebounds, 12 of those offensive. They get 5 steals. They have 7 blocks and have 16 turnovers, so they got to definitely work on that. Individual stats for the Suns go: Devin Booker goes for 23 points on 7 of 19 shooting, so not good shooting, which was a testament to the defense that was being played against him by the Blazers. He went 1 of 4 from 3, 8 of 8 from the foul line. Finishes up with a -6. He pulls down 2 rebounds. He dishes out 5 assists. He has 4 turnovers and gets 2 steals. DeAndre Ayton definitely had the best game as a Sun, in my opinion. He finished up with 21 points on 10 of 17 shooting. He goes 1 of 1 from the foul line, finishes up with a -7. He pulls down 4 offensive rebounds, gets 8 total. He also dishes out an assist. Kelly Oubre, while he didn't shoot well, I did think he had a pretty good game for the Suns as well. He finished up with 17 points on 6 of 17 shooting. He goes 0 of 4 from 3, 5 of 5 from the free throw line, finishes up with a +2. He pulled down 3 offensive rebounds, had 7 total. He dished out an assist. He got himself 2 steals and had a block. Tyler Johnson finished up with 14 on 4 of 11 shooting. He goes 1 of 4 from 3, 5 of 6 from the foul line. He finishes up with a -14. He pulled down 2 offensive rebounds. He had 7 total. He dished out 7 assists, had a turnover, and got himself a block. So I do think that Tyler Johnson is a pretty good player for the Suns, and I believe that's the reason. He's a big reason why the Suns are looking a lot better, especially as a first unit. And then Bender finishes out the starting 5 with 5 points on 2 of 4 shooting. He goes 1 of 3 from 3, goes 0 of 1 from the foul line, finishes up with a -8. He pulled down an offensive rebound, had 3 total. He dished out 2 assists. For the bench, Bridges leads the way with 12 points on 4 of 6 shooting. He goes 1 of 2 from 3, 3 of 4 from the foul line. He finishes up with a -1. He pulled down 2 offensive rebounds, had 6 total. He dished out 3 assists, had a turnover, and got himself a block. We had Jackson, finished up with 9 points on 3 of 9 shooting. He went 2 of 3 from 3, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, finished up with a -18. He pulled down an offensive rebound, had 3 total. He also got himself a block. And then Jamal Crawford, he hit 2 big threes in the 4th quarter to make this a game. But he finished up with 8 points on 2 of 7 shooting. He goes 2 of 5 from 3, finishes up 2 of 2 from the foul line. He got a -3. He pulled down 2 rebounds, had 4 assists, got 2 turnovers, and had a steal. Holmes finished up with 6 points on 3 of 9 shooting. He finished up with a -12. He pulled down 4 boards. He also had a steal and a block. Troy Daniels, certified sniper from 3. He went for 5 points on 2 of 3 shooting, went 1 of 2 from 3, finished up with a +15. He got an assist and had a steal. And then Melton and Spalding both played limited minutes. They didn't get anything offensively. But Melton finished up with a +3. He also dished out 3 assists. And Spalding finished up with a +12 and pulled down a rebound. For the Blazers, CJ McCollum was silky smooth tonight. He finished up with 26 points on 11 of 14 shooting, went 4 of 7 from 3. Finished up with a +13. He pulled down an offensive rebound, had 3 total. He dished out 4 assists, only had 1 turnover, got himself a steal and a block. And he played some excellent defense against Devin Booker tonight. So, general salute to CJ McCollum. Dame Lillard finishes up with 18 points on 4 of 11 shooting. He went 2 of 4 from 3. He went 8 of 9 from the free throw line. He finished up with a team high +19. He pulled down 2 rebounds and dished out 9 assists. So Dame in the facilitator role for the Blazers tonight. His scoring wasn't needing as much. So since the bench went off for 55 tonight, so Dame gladly took that facilitator role because we do got a pretty big game coming up against the Clippers on Tuesday. So Dame getting a little extra rest, which is good to see. Big Nurkic finished up with 14 points on 4 of 12 shooting. He went 6 of 8 from the foul line. He finished up with a +11. Pulled down 5 offensive rebounds, had 9 total. Dished out an assist, had 2 turnovers, and got himself a block. Mo Harkless had another solid game tonight, especially on the defensive end. He finished up with 9 points on 3 of 4 shooting. He went 1 of 1 from 3, 2 of 4 from the foul line, finished up with a +15. He pulled down 7 boards, he had a turnover, got himself 2 steals and a block. Al-Farouq Aminu, he finished up with 5 points on 2 of 6 shooting. He went 1 of 3 from 3-point land, finished up with a +4. He pulled down an offensive rebound, had 7 total. He also had a turnover and got himself a block. And then Seth Curry lightened up off the bench with 22 points. He finished 6 of 11 from the field, 3 of 6 from 3, 7 of 7 from the foul line. He finished up with a -6. He pulled down 2 rebounds, had 2 turnovers, and got a steal. Enes Kanter with the fancy footwork had 12 points on 5 of 7 shooting. He goes 2 of 4 from the foul line, finished up with a +16. He pulled down 2 offensive rebounds, had 8 total, dished out an assist, had a turnover, and got himself a huge block. Jake Layman had a solid game, went for 9 points on 4 of 7 shooting. He went 0 of 2 from 3, 1 of 2 from the foul line, finished up with a -8. He pulled down 2 offensive rebounds, had 5 total, dished out an assist, had 2 turnovers, and got 2 blocks. So Jake Layman filling up that stat sheet once again. Had an Anthony Simons sighting tonight. He got himself 9 minutes and played really well. He finished up with 5 points on 2 of 5 shooting. He goes 1 of 3 from 3, finished up with a -11. He did also have a turnover, but when he hit that big 3, that was in the 3rd quarter where Dame hit him with a nice, beautiful pass, and he hit the wide open 3, and it was good to see because I'm pretty sure the 3rd quarter was getting ready to end. And it was good to see that the young rookie got time with the starting guys like Dame and CJ and whatnot. It was just nice to see, even though later on I'll let y'all know that Rodney Hood left the game with some hip soreness. So right now it seems like there's not too much word on the severity yet, so we'll see how that goes. But I did like what I saw from Anthony Simons in his 9 minutes, because this game was, even though the final score doesn't say it, this was pretty much a laugher. But Rodney Hood finished up with 4 points on 4 of 11, or 1 of 1 shooting. He went 2 of 2 from the foul line, finished up with a +5. He pulled down a rebound and had a turnover. Myers Leonard got some burn. He scored 3 points on 1 of 3 shooting. He went 1 of 2 from the foul line, or from 3-point land. Finished up with a -20. Pulled down 2 rebounds, had an assist and a turnover. Skal Labissiere got some run, and he ended up with no stats and finished up with a -12. And then Zach Collins also got some run and didn't play well offensively, but had a really good defensive game. But he finished up with no points on 0 of 5 shooting, 0 of 1 from 3, finished up with a +9. He pulled down an offensive rebound, had 6 total, got 2 assists, had 3 turnovers, and got himself a steal. So for game notes, DeAndre Ayton has definitely a great game in my opinion. Probably one of the better games that I've seen him have in the NBA. But if he continues to work, especially on the defensive end, he's going to be a monster. Like, the offense is already there. He was real efficient, has a nice got a nice touch, probably around 17 feet or so. Right now, that's probably where he should work on the most. I think that's where his game should be set at. And he got to definitely work on some post moves and whatnot, because Nurk was kind of cooking him on some things. But he'll get better. He's already good. So Hitman is definitely in good hands right now with Ayton and Booker. But I don't think y'all should get rid of Oubre either. Everybody else on y'all team y'all can get rid of, but those 3, I think that's y'all core. But CJ had some insane handle moves in this game to hit some baskets. He had a nasty little crossover step back on Ayton on the mid-range. He had a nasty little behind the back crossover to the right step back 3 on a couple guys. He was just good, man. He couldn't miss. 11 of 14. He was just cooking. The bench goes for 55 points, and that's what I like to see. So Dame and CJ didn't have to work like easily if need be. I'm sure Dame and CJ could have turned it all the way up and went off, because CJ was on fire. So if he was needed more, he definitely would have been the go-to guy tonight, because he was on. But Dame more of in a facilitator role tonight with his 9 assists, and I definitely like him playing like that as well. Like, if he needs a bucket, he'll go and get one real quick to make the defense react to what he's doing. That's why he was getting so many assists, and the pick and roll game with him and Nurk is that joint is on fire. So they had a stat where Dame to Nurk is like the 3rd most assist to a player in the pick and roll in the league. So that's a deadly combination right there. People need to stop sleeping on that little combination. Let's see. Curry was on fire. 6 of 11, 22 points, 7 of 7 from the free throw line, 3 of 6 from 3. When he's on like this, it's hard to stop this man. Get the 40th dub of the season tonight. Oh yeah, another little interesting stat for the Blazers. They have the 9th easiest schedule based off win-loss percentage. And that's tied with Golden State to go left in this season. So I do not sleep on the chance that the Blazers can definitely still be that 3rd seed. Because I definitely do feel like Blazers do have to have home court against a lot of these other teams. Against the Warriors, I wouldn't be tripping too much. I know Oracle Arena's crazy, but Dame is from Oakland, so Dame is not going to disappoint this playoffs, I don't think. So, got the Clippers on Tuesday. Now, all 3 of our next games are all on the road. So, we got the Clippers on Tuesday, and then we got a back-to-back with the Spurs on Saturday and the Pelicans on a Friday this upcoming week. So definitely have to get up for those 2 games. And I just don't think we can afford to lose that Clippers game either. So we need all 3. And I do believe that the Blazers can get all 3 of those. And shouts out to the Suns, man. They scored their season high 43 points to make this a game in that fourth quarter. So shouts out to the Suns, man. They fighting. You know, you can just tell nobody's quit on the season. So shouts out to the Suns. I know the winning streak's over, but it is what it is. This is your boy P Money. Make sure y'all like, comment, share, and subscribe. Shouts out to the entire LDBC.